I just thought of something else very interesting. Okay, so I got some friends on social media who brought up the case that Bad Bunny's lyrics aren't wholesome, and that may be what it is. It's a conversation for another day. But I also want to have this conversation that in First Corinthians chapter 14 or Second Corinthians chapter 14, one of those is talking about talking in tongues and how if you talk to somebody that doesn't understand the language, you're basically to them a barbarian because they don't understand what you're saying. I just think that it's very funny that non-Spanish speaking people that happen to be Christian go the lengths to demonize Spanish speaking people because of their lyrics and want to carry on this narrative and write off everything that this moment actually is that is meaningful. Sure, people have bad lyrics. Sure, people cuss like Kendrick Lamar in the last Super Bowl and all these other things. But I just find it funny the lengths that I love y'all, but spiritual and legalist people will go to paint a narrative of somebody that you don't have to do. Jesus didn't go any lengths to paint this lady how she already was that was caught in the act of adultery. It was the religious people that made great lengths to paint this lady in a certain light because at the end of the day, they wanted to do that because it fit into their narrative with a point that they were trying to prove to Jesus and trying to rope him up in a discussion, an argument that he wasn't even trying to have. And that's exactly what we're doing today with Bad Bunny, with Kendrick Lamar, with whoever. You got these religiously blind people that claim to be spiritual that take it upon themselves to champion a cause that nobody is talking about. And this is the exact reason why I said in another video earlier today that people don't want your Jesus. People don't want a Jesus that's rushing to condemn people for things that 9 times out of 10, they already know they're in the wrong about. Just like the lady that's caught in the very act of adultery. People know that they're wrong. People know that what they're talking about is not necessarily kosher. And at the end of the day, some care and some don't. Some say, I'm going to hell anyways, so it's just whatever. And it'd be us, the people on the Christian side, that should be welcoming to people to a life transformation that should be a source of hope and of light. But oftentimes, our light is darkness. And it's just crazy to me that you serve a God that the Spirit of God uses somebody like Paul to talk about if you speak in an unknown language to somebody else, you're a barbarian. But yet we are the same exact people that would use somebody speaking in a language that we don't even understand, whose lyrics might not even necessarily be wholesome. We use that to further demonize these people and ostracize these people instead of being a servant and a witness of the gospel and welcoming these people and showing them that they are valued and that they are loved and all of the above. Like it or not, that's what the halftime show was about. It's about showing that America is not just white, black, or whatever, but it's about all Americas. And it's just like, you don't see it that we go to great lengths to make other people other. It's just crazy the position that some of y'all take on things that you really just shouldn't. Read the room. Look at the moment. It's not about bad, good. That's what a religious zealot is about, bad, good. Don't listen to this music because of X, Y, and Z. Okay, that may be the case. But look at what happened last night. Look at how much pride was affirmed for people that are literally being persecuted, pushed down, or whatever for it, legal and non-legal reasons. Just look at what happened. There's a light, a beacon of light that happened at a Super Bowl for people like blacks and like other minorities that have come through a lot of hell. And we got no better sense than to politicize a moment instead of doing what we should do, which is leaning on love. We would rather be divided. And as people that claim to be Christian too, divided by morals and morality, this is not the church that Jesus died for. Just think about that, y'all.